Good morning, dear children. Today I am here to discuss history topic the Delhi Sultans. In this chapter, we will discuss about the different sultans who ruled over India. In the previous chapter, we will discuss about the different kings who ruled over the Kaveri Delta. Now, they thought that move from south to north. Delhi became the important city during the 12th century. Before sultans, there were Rajputs who ruled over Delhi. Delhi became the first capital kingdom under Tomara Rajput. Anangpala was the great Rajput ruler. After Tomaras, Chauhans were there to rule over Delhi. Prithviraj Chauhan was the great ruler of the Chauhans. When Muhammad Ghori defeated Chauhan ruler in 1192 in the Battle of Taran, all the power shifted from Rajputs to the hands of Delhi Sultans. At that time, Delhi became an important commercial center. From the early 12th century, the Tomara Rajputs were ruling in the north. They made Delhi their capital. The Tomara ruler was defeated by Chauhans. Anangpala was defeated by one of the most powerful ruler of Chauhan dynasty, Prithviraj Chauhan III in 1175. Prithviraj Chauhan ruled from 1175 to 1192. After Prithviraj Chauhan, Muhammad Ghori started ruling Delhi from the period 1192 to 1206. After that, Qutbuddin Aibak, who was the founder of slave dynasty, started ruling Delhi. He was a slave, so from here on, it was the emergence of slave dynasty. Iltutmish again was a slave of Aibak. He was also his son-in-law. Iltutmish killed the adopted son of Aibak, Aram Shah, to succeed the throne. Iltutmish declared Razia Sultan as his successor. Razia Sultan was the first and the last ruler to rule over Delhi. Not only this, Razia Sultan was a very powerful woman ruler. She extended the empire up to Bengal. Her bold, independent, and dominating ways were not killed by other ministers of the empire. She was blamed for her undue favor for a slave named Yakut. Yakut was made the in charge of the royal stables. Conspiracy was framed regarding affair of Yakut and Razia Sultan. Mastermind was Al Tunia. But after that, Razia Sultan married Al Tunia. In 1240, both Razia and Al Tunia were killed. After that, Balban was the last ruler of slave dynasty. Now, Khilji dynasty from 1290 to 1320. The coming of Khilji dynasty was considered to be Khilji Revolution. The revolution refers to large-scale sudden changes often associated with violence. Jalaluddin was the founder of Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin worked under Balban, who belonged slave dynasty. After Jalaluddin, Alauddin became the next ruler. He murdered his uncle to get the throne. Alauddin was the greatest ruler of Khilji dynasty. He expanded his empire up to Deccan. Now, sources of history. What are the sources of history of Delhi Sultans? From where we know about Delhi Sultans? There were many sources of history like inscriptions, coins, architect, etc. One of the most important source of history was Tariq or Tawarik. Now the question arises, what do you mean by Tariq or Tawarik? Tuareg is the important source containing history written by the learned men like secretaries, administrators, poets, etc. Four stages for making a manuscript: preparing the paper, writing the text, melting gold to highlight important words and passages, preparing the binding. Now look at the picture, which is the picture of the Tuareg. Next, Sayyid dynasty. Khizr Khan was succeeded by his son Mubarak Khan. Khizr Khan was considered to be the most efficient among the Sayyid rulers. During the time period, actual power was in the hands of Wazir named Jasrat Kokhar. Alauddin Alam Shah was the last ruler of Sayyid dynasty. He could not image his kingdom and willingly gave his throne to Balhoi Lodi. But now, Lodi dynasty was the Pashtun dynasty that was the last dynasty to rule the Delhi Sultanate. So, Lodi dynasty was the last dynasty who ruled over Delhi. The dynasty was founded by Balhul Lodi, ruled from 1451 to 1526. The last ruler of this dynasty, Ibrahim Lodi, was defeated and killed by Babur in the Battle of Panipat on April 20, 1526. There are different rulers in the Lodi dynasty are Behlul Lodi, Sikandar Lodi, Ibrahim Lodi. Thank you. Have a nice day.